Right, good afternoon everyone. Standing out here in the calf paddock. These are our replacements here. Paul Holmes asked a question in the comments. What was the how many heifers do we get? So at the moment we've got 150 cows calved, and we've got tagged for ourselves as replacement heifers. We've got 45. There are 3 more down in the shed. So that when I worked it out before, as a percentage from the 150 cows, we've got 30% heifers out of those cows. So a bit of a backstory, we were thinking about doing sex semen on the cows because we were worried we might not get enough heifer replacements, because last season we didn't mate our yearlings. We didn't do AB on our yearlings. We just ran the bull with them because we don't have the facilities to do AB on them. So it's something we're going to look at in the future, maybe getting some yards to do it. But as for the sex semen, no, we don't need to do sex semen because we've got enough replacements. And our first, going back even further, in our first year of share milking, which was 2013, we had 30 surplus heifers and we sold them for $300 each. That was really good money back then. Now we might get 120 for them, but it's better than putting them on the bobby truck. So we've got another 6 days, I think, of AB period, because we did 3 weeks AB on the cows. We've got another, say, roughly a week. So we're probably going to get a few more heifers. So we might end up with 10, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't really have a number of surplus heifers that we're going to sell. So if anyone's interested in some high figured animals, we've got some. Just get in touch. So here's our calves. We feed them once a day, 5 litres once a day. You would have heard that before. It just makes it easy, and you have to do it once. Same with all the new calves, just once a day. As long as they've got some colostrum in them when they first come in, that's sweet. So like I said, we got 45 tagged, and they go outside from once they can drink fairly well, which 3 or 4 days and they're outside. And we feed them on this milk bar, 60 teat milk bar calf feeder. Got a little complaint from Milk Bar. I don't know if they've changed it. They probably have changed it because this is quite an old one. But this 60 teat calf feeder, when the calves are feeding, their eyeballs touch. If you have nearly 60 calves on here, their eyeballs are touching each other when they're feeding. So it's actually too tight. They need to be slightly spread out a bit more. So maybe they've changed it in the newer models, but this one here, yeah, it's too tight. So we don't put 60 on it. We just, I think Suzanne's got 53 in here at the moment. They're all happy sitting down. Got our Speckle Park calves over there by the hay feeder. So they're starting to give them some meal. They'll get the taste of the meal eventually. Got 3 tons sitting up in the barn to feed. Oh, hey you. This here is our highest BW calf, one of the smartest of the lot. Right, me and Anders are going to go and do some rolling. We're going to roll the Springer's paddock, and I think it might split some wood, but we'll see how we go. So Paul Holmes had a second part to the question: are we losing money being once a day? There's a few ways you can look at it. So if we were twice a day, we'll probably be employing a full-time staff member. So if that was the case, you could run this operation by yourself, but that's just an example. If you employed a staff member, a worker, say if you got to pay them 50 grand, well, when you're once a day, we don't need to worry about it. So you're saving 50 grand there by not having a worker. But people would say that, say if we managed to, which we have, the best we've done is 356 a cow. Say if we did 360, then wouldn't you think that if we were twice a day we'd do 400? I don't know. It probably it almost comes back to more of a lifestyle than about money. As long as we make enough money to survive and get ahead, then it works. And we're share milking, so my parents have got to be happy with it, or our last job was the farmer. They need to be happy with. Are you on there? Yeah. So both parties need to be happy when you're share milking. Yeah. I think I've never really thought about it. We're losing money because when you're saving money by not having to run your plant in the afternoon. The cow health has gone down because they're not having to do extra walking. Sanity, yeah, it's good for mental health because, I don't know, not stressed. I'm not stressed. I've done my milking. The cows and calves are in, colostrums are milked, so we just are able to get some work done this afternoon that you normally wouldn't be able to do when you're twice a day. But yeah, I don't know. You could say that we are losing money because we could do more production, but then again, it's all about lifestyle. So right, should we go and do some work? Should we go and roll some pugged ground with the tractor? Yep, right, let's get to it. So just a little update on the cow. So what day did that happen? It happened on, what's the day? Tuesday. I think on Sunday she went down with milk fever. That was the last video. And she went down again yesterday. Maybe it was Saturday or Sunday, she had milk fever when she calved. And then yesterday, which was Monday morning, I had to give her another bag. One of the veins, she was down again. So this morning I gave her another one under the skin, so she keeps going for today, hopefully, and we don't find her down tomorrow. But she's still going. Battle axe, old girl. She's one of the original cows. When we first brought this herd, she was a heifer, so she would have been a first-time calver. So yeah, this is the colostrum mob. Hope you can hear me because it is quite windy. So I've just dropped off these lick blocks for them. Just a bit of sugar, keep them going. They love them. Doesn't take long for them to get through too. So we're just going to tidy up some of these bits. The colostrums made a bit of a mess up the front there where they'll stand a little bit in the next paddock, and then we're going down to the first springer paddock, which is down the bottom. We're going to roll it with the tractor. Another thing that we've done today is we put all the lates in with the springers. So we got now, I think there's 70 or 80 in there, and then we've still got the heifers where we've just got 11 more heifers to calve out of 46. So I'm pretty stoked about that too, because it looks like majority of them are going to calve in the first 3 weeks. So that means they all got in calf in their first cycle with the bull. So that's really good. Looks like Anders is ready to go. Alright, so we've got a spot that's a bit more out of the wind. So this is where the springers were, and you can see, I wouldn't really call it pugging through here. They make more of a mess along the edge of here because they shelter in here from the wind and rain. So what my aim is to roll this area here around the trough. Where's the trough? Somewhere there. Yeah, but you can see the strips where I've been brake feeding the springers through there. This looked a lot worse when they first come out of here, but you can see the grass has come back quite quickly, and I think it's been maybe 6 days since they were in here. So that's 6 days growth, which is not too bad. It looks quite open, but more plants will come through. I'm not saying it definitely does get damaged. This isn't good for pasture, but this is a paddock that we could put turnips in, something like that, you know. Last year we actually took silage off here. We took a crop of silage off, so it can't be that bad for it if we can take silage off. But when we did the silage, it was quite weedy in this area because we've opened the ground up from the cows pugging it. So the aim today is just to roll this so it's flat. I didn't really get the opportunity to do this too much at our last job, just because it was a hillier farm. I didn't have as much time, so yeah, that's why you see me doing it. I did do some of this last year. I'm not sure if I videoed it, but it's not that exciting. I'm just on a roll, that's all. Right, let's get on with it. We're going to go and split some wood, but I have been doing some other jobs around here because I suspect that we're going to get wet soon. There's rain. You can see the neighbouring farms are getting a bit cloudier, so I think rain's on the way. So the last video was a bit jumbled, a bit messed up at the end because I started out I was gonna just milk the cows and show you how I get cows and calves in, and then I had that down cow, and after that the day just disappeared. It was 3:30 by the time we finished just doing our normal jobs, getting cows and calves and drafting springers out. So that's why there's just snippets at the end, and it was just filmed with my phone because the GoPro was flat. So it is what it is. That's what farming's like. It's not always sunshine and roses. But I don't mind it. That's, you know, I farm for a reason, because I enjoy it. It's raining. It is raining. So we're just emptying the sand trap. You can see down there. Spread it on the paddock because you're not meant to pile it up. Nowadays you're meant to actually dispose of it, just because of leaching. much rain as possible. Well, the rain's coming. It's there. Got that all cleaned out. Yeah. I think it's going to be time to go home, Anders. Right, made it back to the shed. This is when it's good to be a once a day farmer. Done all my jobs. Cows got plenty of grass. Yeah, don't need to go back out in this, so I'm gonna head inside and hang out with the kids, do some other stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.